program's almost 10 years old, and we've really grown to our rosters at about 30 people right now, and we've gotten a lot of interest. People come from Northampton, Amherst, Greenfield, Brattleboro.
We are a multi-age, multi-level team, so if you're just beginning and falling in love with hockey, it's the right team for you, and if you played in college and you still love the game, it's the right team for you. I mean, even with the Olympic coverage and where women's ice hockey is these days, there are still people that don't know women play ice hockey. So the fact that you can be, you know, a doctor and have played your whole life, or a nurse and just started, or a professor, you know, that just, we're a really interesting group of people.
People tend to get really passionate about hockey. It's a really unique and special sport, and the times are so limited that you can't just do it all the time. So when people are out here, they're really excited to be here.
And kind of at any level, you're sort of still a pioneer, you know?
Yeah, it's true. Just, as a woman, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I remember when I started playing, we didn't all wear full equipment. You know, most of my team couldn't skate backwards, and you know, if you could, you were defense, and that was that.
I was actually really lucky. I got to play one of the first girls hockey programs in Connecticut.
One of our teammates was on the very first collegiate women's hockey team ever, so at Brown University. So she just loves her Viper experience, and you know, she has some good tales to tell. You know, they used to have to go to Canada to find a team to compete against, and they would wear their field hockey shin guards, and you know, their brothers or boyfriends hockey skates. It was just so that I mean, there's a lot of history. Yeah. That is really fun and really something to be proud of.
The development of the sport has been just unbelievable. Watching the Olympics this time around, it wasn't just that the USA and Canadian teams were so incredible, their level was so high, but the other teams that have come a long way have gotten so much better just since 4 years ago. The good thing about the Olympics is that it does bring new coverage to women's hockey, but for those of us who've been playing for so long, we're excited that people are excited about our sport, but it's also like, well, we've all been here, you know, playing for years and years, and it's just as awesome.
This is my 32nd year playing ice hockey.
This is my 37th year playing hockey.
It's the hardest sport that I've ever played, and no matter what position I play or what role I have on the team, I'm always learning some nuance or getting better at some skill. It's a beautiful challenge. It's just a really fun game. It's completely improvisational and very hard. Like, just so much challenge all the time.
I love the speed of it, the quickness, how fast things develop, how quickly you can create things, and how it changes constantly. And it's just always been my favorite sport, so I feel really lucky that I'm still playing.
If our coach isn't here, we run practices. We do a lot of all the sort of game strategy, decision making on the bench. It's a nice role to play because we can be, you know, active, involved players, but then we also are lucky enough to have a coach that just steps back when he needs to and steps forward, and he's done a great job.
Yeah, Rick has been a huge help because as player coaches, it's sometimes hard to get an outside perspective, and he's a hockey guy, and it is a really tricky mix because he has there's such a big range of experience on the team, and so he's been awesome.
So one of the most rewarding things is watching new players fall in love with the sport, and it makes no sense, you know, it's just everything is hard. It's counterintuitive in so many ways, and yet there's just this joy and this sort of contagion that is really fun to watch.